can't wait for it just to be... Oh, hey there. What's up, dudes and dudettes? It's your man, Evan B., broadcasting live from the Butt Cave. And tonight I'm bringing you another installment in Hammer Week. Tonight's episode, day 5 of Hammer Week, is going to focus completely on the Hammershot. You know it and love it. The Zombiestrike Hammershot is widely regarded as, if not the best, one of the best Nerf sidearms. It's got one-handed priming, one-handed operation. It's 5 shots. It functions really great right out of the package, and I know that I am a huge fan of this blaster. I think it is of note that there is no range claim on the blaster. We've got some information as far as do not aim at eyes or face to avoid injury. An age 8+ hammer action blasting on the back of the package. We've got our little Zombiestrike storying and some more warnings. Kind of a crudely drawn set of instructions on how to use the blaster. And that's all she wrote. Bob's your uncle there. So what we'll do, let's go ahead and just crack on into this bad boy. I got my handy Gerber here, and it's an open face package with a couple of zippy cord kind of things here that will, there we go, easy peasy Japanesey to get into it. And we'll set that bad boy right and roll. And I don't know if these still come with some goodies in here. It does indeed. And also, we've got a couple of Zombiestrike darts. Brand new Zombiestrike Elites. That's about right for an FNB video. Alright, we don't need that anymore. Close up our blade ski. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 darts to go into the 5 chambers of our Hammershot. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, cinco, six. I'm just kidding, guys. Alright, groovy. It also comes with, looks like we've got our destructions here. So the fact that the back of the package did not have a lot of instructions is not a big deal. The Hammershot also comes with a package of Zombiestrike stencils, and these are pretty cool. We've got the Nerf Zombiestrike logo. We've got I don't know, a guy, it looks like a zombie reaching out. We got a real sweet cutaway Nerf logo, and we've also got a outline of a Hammershot here. So that's pretty sweet. I want to say that in the past this has come with other stencils. I feel like, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong here, but I feel like at different points I've had different stencils in the Hammershot, but I guess I can't be sure, seeing as I don't have any of the older packaging for the Hammershots, but that's pretty cool. They send you some stencils, so if you wanted to, I don't know, paint other blasters or decorate up your Trapper Keeper, you know, that's an option. To the blaster, I'll say what it features is a N-Strike rail attachment across the top. It's got a bandolier or clipped attachment to the handle. We've got a little loop ski here that's built right into the handle. Plastic wrap, like to simulate cloth around the handle, which is relatively uncomfortable after long-term use. But as far as right out of the package, you know, it feels good. It's a big blaster. It's a big sidearm, but not as big as many. To operate the blaster, you prime it with your thumb there by pulling back on the hammer and pull the trigger. It's pulling back the hammer again will cycle the barrel to the next available dart, and you can fire off from there. You repeat as necessary until you've fired all 5 of your darts. I am a big fan of the Hammershot. I think that pound for pound, it is one of the best sidearms. I personally prefer the Sweet Revenge or the 5x5 to the Hammershot, and it's specifically because of its lines and size. You can see that it's just slightly smaller, just a little bit teenier of a profile. For me, I have a much easier time reaching up and priming the Sweet Revenge, but that being said, this is still kind of considered one of the standards as far as just highly functional Nerf sidearms. I guess the other kind of competitor would be the strong arm, and there is several people out there, however foolish they may be, that cling lovingly to the strong arm as their sidearm of choice. Specifically, I think because of its higher ammo capacity, but you know, there's a lot of modifications available, both what I guess I would consider like hard mods, or like mods that you can do in your home, and then there's also a lot of aftermarket parts that can be ordered for the Hammershot. Whether that's and I've got one here. This is I've got a couple of modified Hammershots here, but this one immediately comes to mind when I think of aftermarket parts. This one does not have a cylinder that's been added to. There are 7-shot cylinders available for the Hammershot from various places. Thingiverse for one, although I have not heard great reviews of those 7-shot cylinders. But Avery's got them, out of Darts has got them, and I've heard great things about both of those. This one is equipped with the Hawkeye 007 handle scales, which are basically cover up that plastic wrapping on the handle and make this just much more comfortable to use. It's also equipped with a, I think it's Blaster Parts EU, their metal Hammershot kit, which is just super nice. It looks, aside from just looks good, it's just really fun to use, and it's a really nice trigger pull, and the hammer is, I think, much more useful for fanning, which is a popular way of using the Hammershot. You can still do that with this hammer, but personally, I think it makes much more sense to do it with the metal hammer. Here I've got another modified Hammershot. This one has a doubled spring that also has a nylon spacer to hold the top of the spring in place, and this one has the AR removed. So if you'll hear, it really has a lot more punch to it. And this one in particular, I have also done a little bit of filing in the barrels and removed the dart pegs, obviously. Did I do that to this one? Yeah, this one's got the dart pegs removed, but I don't think I filed the barrels. And this one, you can see, still has the dart pegs in it, obviously, because I just pulled it out of the package. But this one just absolutely thumps. It's loud, but it's got the power. This was my personal Hammershot before, and it is really just kind of a, I don't know, like a silver gray paint job with some black dry brushing throughout, and it's got a orange duct tape wrap over that plastic handle, which makes it, I don't know, marginally more comfortable. Probably not a whole lot more comfortable, but I don't know. This is not the most attractive paint job on a blaster, but it is mine. It says EB on the side there, and I like it. You know, it does the job. Anyway, back to our stock one. What I think we'll do is we'll go ahead and we'll bust out some fresh darts, and also the 5 Zombiestrike Elites that this came with. We'll take it to the butt range and give this the old college try. We'll see in just a sec, guys. Alright guys, so here we are at the butt range, and what I've got is our freshly unpackaged Hammershot and the 5 Zombiestrike Elites that it came with. I guess it's of note to say that there's no markings on these darts. They are just plain green darts. I like these darts because I think that they're a little easier to locate as far as in-the-house play. Now, one of the things that I think is hilarious that Hasbro does with the Zombiestrike darts is they make the darts basically grass colored. So when you're outside playing, there's a high rate of loss to the great Zombiestrike darts. Not to say that these blue Elites are much better, and actually these are not real Elites. These are what I have found to be the most comparable. They are the Bleem Group Elite copies, the best knockoff dart on the market, if you ask me. But so what we'll do, I wanted to, I like to fire brand new darts in these in this butt range test. So these are the aside from a couple 75 packs of Elites, which I'm not going to open for a 10 dart test. I do have tons of these 10 packs of Bleem Group darts, so we're going to use those because they're basically the same thing. They function very much, very, very, very similar, as close to an Elite dart as I think possible. So we'll go ahead and take the 5 OGs and then load them up and fire 5 more out of each one. So I think last night we decided that the way to do these tests is to just fire down the line. You can see that at this about 20-foot distance, this blaster just performs really, really well. It's super, super comfortable to use. The action, the one-handed action is really, really nice. And again, the same problem we had with the 4 Victory there. If you're not careful and don't prime the blaster all the way back, it's easy to kind of accidentally send a puff of air through, by kind of like half priming it, sending a puff of air through one of the barrels, and that will cause your dart to pop out. Something you definitely want to be careful for when using this in like an HVZ setting or something. And that's 10 or 15. The dual wield. Yeah, tactics. So there you have it, guys. There's not a lot I can say about the Hammershot that you don't already know. This is a really well-loved, well-known blaster. I would love to see Nerf do some more of these types of blasters. People would argue, well, why do you need another Hammer Prime blaster? You've got the Hammershot, and that's perfect. You've also got the Sweet Revenge. Well, big problem is they don't sell the Sweet Revenges anymore in toy stores. And, everybody running around with the exact same blaster is kind of a bummer. Now, I think that, many will argue like, oh, well, it's the perfect blaster. But I think that with a lot of these aftermarket parts and the 3D printed stuff and the modder's delights with the Hammershots, we've proven that a great blaster can function even better. And I think that Nerf could do an elite version of the Hammershot, or and you could call it whatever they could call it whatever they want. Probably the Hammerstrike or the Hammer, I don't know, Hammer Turian, or the Cyclone Hammer or something. Nerf's got about like 6 different words that they throw darts at to name their blasters. But I think an elite, more maybe streamlined version of this it's about time. We've made about as much love to the Hammershot as we can at this point. as the nerfing community and the modification community goes, I think that it's time to see another one. There is that what is it, the hot fire, which is kind of a Hammershot-esque blaster that you can order through Zcom Toys. And I have a review for that blaster on my channel. Please feel free to go check it out. I'm not going to link it or anything, but it's similar in style to a lot of these hammer blasters. It's really kind of similar in a lot of ways. But the good old Hammershot, I love it. I've got a lot of use for it. This is going to be one of, if not my actual NVZ secondary blaster. I don't know. I may take. You guys don't care what I'm going to take the NVZ. This will probably be it. It's a pretty highly modified and added to Hammershot, but like I said, not a lot I can say about the blaster that you don't already know and you don't already love. So, all right, guys. Well, that's another episode in my Hammer Week series, the Hammershot, which is kind of probably in a lot of ways the I don't know, the motivation for doing this week was to work our way to the Hammershot. I've got one more blaster in the series. We're going to do one more probably Saturday night, because tomorrow night will be my thrifting video. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been super fun. That subscriber count's going up, and I really appreciate that. We're having a lot of fun over at Evan B. Nerf, the Facebook group. So that's super easy to get to. It's facebook.com/groups/Evan B. Nerf. Come check it out. There's always some fun conversations going on over there, and people are posting all kinds of cool stuff every day. I want to encourage you guys to all have a great and safe weekend. Much love. This is Evan B. saying peace and hair grease. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great night. Much love. I love you. And remember, Evan B. Nerf for president. Night, guys.